Hold on, Duty. Okay, so I decided to do a video instead of my live because I started off doing a live, but I decided to do a video because I can make the video as long as I want to and all of that. Grab your tablet, baby. So my live video, I was posting that I had to come. My daughter went to go. She wanted to go do some stuff today. So she asked me yesterday if I could come sit with the kids while she goes to do what she needed to do. And I said, okay, that was fine. I didn't have anything to do. Except I needed to. What's wrong with your tablet? And let me just show you my grandbaby. Say hi, Duty. All right, so that's one of 10 of my grandkids. And she's my number 8, I think she is. That's Jalea. And her mom, like I said, her mom asked me would I babysit because she had some stuff that she wanted to do today. I don't have nothing to do really on Saturdays besides make masks. And I really don't, well, actually, I take that back because I really don't make masks on the weekend unless I really choose to. I really don't. But I didn't have anything to do this weekend. So I told her, yeah, I'll go ahead and babysit. Came over to babysit about 7:30, 8 o'clock this morning, I guess. I'll pretty much be there all day. She's out fishing. And I needed to run to make a deposit at my credit union, which is Steel Valley Credit Union on Pearl. And so I made sure that, now I'm not just watching her, she has siblings. So I brought only her because she's the youngest. And I made sure she had her mask. I made sure I had my mask, which I make masks. So I wanted to make sure, a lot of people say because of COVID, the kids. First of all, let me back up. Let me say this. First of all, with COVID-19, you don't know who got it. You don't know if I got it. You don't know if the man behind me, the lady across from me, the little kid standing outside at the bus stop. You don't know who got it. Let me say that. So, with that being said, I come into the credit union with my grandbaby. She's 3 years old. She has her mask on, and she's not the typical child that you see in the store running around at all. She's holding my hand, and she hasn't even opened her mouth and said a word. She has her mask on her face. She hasn't said a word. We're standing in line. We're the last person in line. I was told that I had to leave the credit union. I was told that I had to leave the credit union because I had my 3-year-old grandchild with me and that I was not allowed to bring my 3-year-old grandchild into the credit union. So I say, well, so what would you like me to do? I said, how do I make my transaction? Mind you, this is not Huntington Bank. This is not PNC Bank. This is not Chase Bank. This is not Fifth Third. This is none of those commercial banks. This is a credit union. Now, if you deal with credit unions, you know that the only place that you can go is to your credit union, to that bank. Now, they do have shared banking at some credit unions, which I called one in the neighborhood that I was in, where my daughter stays. They don't do shared banking with Steel Valley Credit Union. So that meant that I needed to go to my credit union to make a deposit. I didn't have a choice. Now, I chose not to bring her sibling because he's old enough to stay. She could have stayed with him, but I chose not to leave her. I brought her with me. I made sure she had her mask. See how quiet she is? You haven't even heard her. If I didn't even tell you or show you her, you wouldn't even know she's in the car with me. She has her tablet with her. She's fine. See, she's waving at y'all. She's fine. I was told that I had to get out of the credit union, Steel Valley Credit Union on Pearl Road in Cleveland, Ohio. I was told because I had my 3-year-old granddaughter. They didn't care how I did my banking. but it wasn't going to be in that bank with my 3-year-old grandbaby. Mind you, there's bulletproof glass all around the tellers. They have a little opening where you slide the money through, which I'm sure a lot of you have ever been to a check cash in place. They slide the money through the little opening, whatever it is that you have, and they slide it right back to you. It's a big, and this shield was there before COVID even came. This shield was in this credit union. They had it already. So it was perfect for them when COVID came, because they didn't have to do anything like some of the retailers like Walmart and Dave's and everybody that started putting up the little plexiglass to keep stuff from getting on the cashiers or their members or whatever the case. They didn't have to do that because they've already had that in place. But I was told as a member that because I had my granddaughter, now they don't offer a teller, an auto teller outside. There's no drive-up window that I could go to at all. There's no drive-up window. This is Steel Valley Credit Federal Union. That's where I bank at. And I was told to leave because I had my 3-year-old granddaughter with me because of COVID-19. Now, mind you, I normally go in everywhere with my mask on. But because I had to leave the bank and a nice lady offered to sit outside with my grandbaby while I did my transaction. But because I was told that I needed to leave the bank, I'm not wearing my mask inside the bank now. So guess what? If my grandbaby got COVID-19, I'm with her. I'm going to have COVID-19, and you best believe y'all going to have COVID-19 as well. Because that was the dumbest thing in the world. What did you want me to do? Would you have rather me left my 3-year-old grandbaby at home by herself? Or no, maybe you would have liked me to leave her in the car by herself. Where now I have neglected her. Now I can have criminal charges pressed against me because I needed to do banking and I had her, but yet she wasn't allowed to come into the bank. And I need to stop saying the bank, because it's not a bank, it's a credit union. Because I have not been told that I have to get out of the bank when I go with her. Because I do bank at commercial banks. So I bank at Huntington. I also have a down south bank account, which is BB&T. So I bank at other locations. But my main source of banking is Steel Valley Federal Credit Union, which today, on May 23rd, 2020, in the middle of COVID-19 pandemic, I was told that I could not do banking inside of the bank because I had my beautiful 3-year-old grandbaby. And she still ain't made a sound the whole time that I've been on this video. She ain't made a sound. If she had COVID-19, why would I have her out? If she had the virus, why would I have her out? If she was sick and showing any signs, why would I have her out? Come on now. That don't even make sense. I work in the health field. Why would I have her out? Why? That doesn't even make sense. But this is how Steel Valley Federal Credit Union and Cleveland Heights, Ohio, chose to treat one of their members. Now, they don't have a sign up that says children are not allowed in the bank. Me, personally, it wouldn't even be an issue for me. I don't have small kids. This is my grandbaby. My youngest are 29 years old, just turned 29 years old on the 16th. So I don't have any kids, so kids are not an issue for me. But I'm babysitting this weekend my beautiful grandchildren that I do from time to time. And it just so happens on this week, I needed to make a deposit at Steel Valley Federal Credit Union in Cleveland Heights, Ohio, on Pearl Road. Today, I needed to make a deposit and chose to take my grandbaby and was told that I had to leave the bank. And when I tell you the teller was well protected, she was well protected. There was a bulletproof glass that surrounds the tellers that have been there before COVID-19 even existed. It's been there before COVID-19 existed. She was never at risk. The customers in the bank or the credit union was never at risk. My grandbaby had on a mask, as I did as well. But because I was told I had to leave the bank, when I went back to do my banking, I took my mask off. Because I felt like, first of all, I was disrespected because I would never bring my grandbaby, a sick grandbaby, out with COVID-19 nevertheless. Because a common cold, everybody gets that. But COVID-19, now you take the risk of somebody losing their life. And I promote people wearing masks because I make masks to keep you from spreading it and to keep you from catching it. But I was told with my beautiful 3-year-old grandbaby that today, May 23rd, I had to leave Steel Valley Federal Credit Union because I had her with me. And I keep saying the name because I want y'all to get the name. I want y'all to understand the name. I want y'all to remember the name. Steel Valley Federal Credit Union in Cleveland, Ohio, on Pearl and Denison. That's where I was and was told that I had to leave the credit union. And let me just show you that beautiful grandbaby of mine again, because she is just a doll. She's one of my little, she's number 8 of the 10 of my little doll faces that I have. Just she's number 8. And let me just let you see her beautiful little face again. Really? Y'all put us out to the credit union? Wow. Steel Valley Federal Credit Union.